Hello, my name is Alex Dorfman. I'm a Mexican visual artist specialized in photography, based in Mexico City and Merida. Um, my work is basically about how we perceive nature and how we perceive um, artificial things versus natural stuff in reality. So I question reality, let's say, through the lens. I try to do it. I try to question myself through art. So I think art for me is something vital. Is my therapy and my way of living. I do books. I do photography books about my work. And well, I have bipolar disorder. I've been dealing with it since a lot of years um, until now. I've learned how to live with it, kind of with therapy, with psychiatric medication, with meditation, um, and with therapies such as the one I encountered with Vanessa Calfan.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I'm going to introduce myself now. My name is Vanessa Kelfin. I am a seamstress of souls. So what I do is I mend souls that have been broken at the seams. And by doing such, I am a stand for self-love no matter what. And I am an expert at making people and beings in general feel safe and light in their own skin and unleashing their inner creator. And that's how we came together, I think, you and I, Alex, because of that I have and that what you needed to work on with yourself. So what I wanted to ask you is, what is it that you were looking for before you started this coaching with me?
Well, I encountered you in a difficult moment in my life. My dad passed away in that like some years ago. In this moment, I encountered you, and well, I had at that moment a very deep depression, and I was um, going through a mourning, through this mourning, and I suffer a lot of anxiety, so I couldn't cope with a lot of emotions and ideas, um, and that was that was transforming into something physical. So I needed a companion to hear my maybe things that I needed to clarify in in an intellectual way, but others that were more feelings that were difficult to explain or difficult to put on words maybe. So I had the fortune to encounter Vanessa, which who I found uh, has a very strong sensitivity to perception, to feelings, maybe more than sometimes analyzing with words or but as she says, she's a seamstress, no, like she she can put words on these strange feelings that sometimes I don't know how to put, or maybe I can put in images, but sometimes I needed to to I needed a companion, a chat companion.
I see. What do people need to know about the way that I work, the way that I am that companion to you, or that I was that companion to you?
Well, that you are Vanessa is someone sweet. Let's say no, is not this idea of therapies that one might have sometimes, that is it's going to be very difficult to get into the therapy, or it's going to be very long, or it's going to be very I don't know. It's she has this ability to get into your soul, you know, and to warm the soul, like an icebreaker, let's say. So and the therapy that we made on in water, basically, that was very. I've never done that before, so for me that was the most important thing that I learned in therapy with Vanessa, the therapy in water,
Tell us a little bit
because
about that. What
yeah,
was it like? What was the process for you? How did it?
well, you first told me about like the idea of doing it, and I have a house in Merida with swimming pool, because, and it's very symbolic, this house, because I inherited some money from my dad when he passed away, and I bought the house with the swimming pool, because the swimming pool has been very important. Water has been very important for me throughout my life since I was a kid, and throughout my every part of my life I always needed water to to feel safe, to feel that I can transform a feeling maybe of anxiety to something more suitable, something more tender. And so it's very, this swimming pool was is very important for me. And I always that I'm in Merida, I have to, I dive in every half an hour or so. I mean, I have the chance to work there and go into the swimming pool, but then I have the luck to find Vanessa in Merida, and she told me I can do, we can start doing water swimming pool therapy, and I found it a very good idea. And we put special diving, like diving suits, huh?
Mhm.
And it was like a ritual that which made for me was very special, a ritual with water and with someone that was going to open some things better than in the therapy room, let's say, no, in her therapy room. And so all this preparing for the ritual and preparing yourself, well, maybe it's not preparing yourself, it's like, okay, you prepare for a ritual, but then you let go and you start floating, and you, but you have all these, you have Vanessa's words and Vanessa's voice that is taking you through maybe some things that you were tr- treating in therapy, but these words were uh, spoken in water, or spoken in these moments of relaxation. And so maybe when I spoke some things, or when I feel some things, were were more like a flow. It was more like a flow. Mhm.
Fantastic. So a really mix of being, inside the room, the therapy room, and also inside the water. It's a good combination together. No?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And your last question is, so what were your I guess what were your takeaways from our work together? What did you leave with? What were your advances that you had after working with me in the water and in the therapy room?
Well, I think the advances were that I can be anywhere, but like I like my anxiety, I could like have my anxiety everywhere, unfortunately. But also I can have the the moment of taking care of my anxiety, or taking uh, like visualize my anxiety and then do something about it in the present moment. So I it's like kind of a meditation thing, or like mindfulness thing. And well, even now, I mean, I'm more aware when I'm in the water, or when I'm taking a bath, or I'm taking a shower, and I said like, oh, this is like a moment of healing. So and a moment that I can say, don't worry, like anxiety is a physical thing, it's ideas that are manifesting in a physical way. So maybe you can go and take a shower, or maybe you can like put some water in your face, and and it will change. That it's a good thing that I've learned with you is that things can change, and things are changing. Things are constantly changing. So and also a thing is that that I've learned is that to accept reality as it is, no, and not as as I want it to be, or as I used to believe that things are, which I learned with you. A lot of things that I've learned as a child, which are maybe very stuck in my mind, that I think that I have to fulfill them. But then it comes a moment that you say, like, to whom I have to fulfill them, or why they have to fulfill them. So yeah, thank you for giving me that freedom, and that um, yes, you're part of my path.
Thank you so much. It was such a delight now getting in touch with you again. After the time has passed, to just reconnect again and feel that again. That connection that we had together. And I think that's what I learned is that I gain so much. As much as I give. It's like a circle. That goes
Great,
together. So for me, it was a really absolute honor to do that. To go to your house, do the jansu, that's what it's called, the water therapy, and also the room therapy. That we do.
right.
In my practice. So I'm terribly, terribly grateful, tremendously grateful for you. And I hope we can continue on working on it in the future. So
Sure, that would be a pleasure for me, definitely.
wonderful, wonderful. So thank you so much for coming over and doing this live with me. And we'll just share it amongst the others so that they know that it's a possibility when you're living with anxiety and bipolarity, I guess we can say,
Yep. Yeah.
to really have results, have results, and try and test different ways, not only by the speaking word. We also work with the body, even in the
Right.
consultation room, and also in the water, which was even the fastest effect that you had. So I'm so glad that you were able to take that feeling in the water and just take it with you, and wherever you go, as long as the water
Yeah.
can connect that and you can type it to that. And that's what I love about you, is you're able to take something not just for the moment time, but just kind of take it later with you, and keep using it in your life. And that's kind of my idea, so that
Right.
people are not dependent on me, on saying, oh, I need to ask Vanessa, I need to see Vanessa. I gave you the tools so that you can go ahead and make
Yeah.
them your own.
Yeah.
So
Or even having a swimming pool. I mean, you don't have to have a swimming pool, or like, as I said, like having a shower, taking a shower can make you change your energy, uh, from being anxious to feel less anxious. Let's say, no, or taking a glass of water, even.
absolutely, absolutely. It's really get in touch with that water element that we have in ourselves, and that's what I'm doing now this year, is doing more, gearing the work more towards the water with everything that we're going through, with the pandemic situation.
Right.
Is now we need really healing, big time, and not just in the head, but we need to kind of move and progress, and that's why we're
Totally.
going inside the water, and that's what I'm doing now, is gearing more my work towards training people, to learn how to do what I'm doing. It's not, it's feasible to do it, in just a few weeks, to get a certification so that you can do that. The results that you have for yourself, you can give it to somebody else, and you can be,
Yeah.
it's a new
And
skill that
that's,
you can learn, that you can do for others. Isn't that like a wonderful idea?
yeah, totally. Mhm.
So I hope you can come in Merida when you come back from Mexico, and you can come in and train with us in the pool, and whoever also wants to come in and train here, it would be a good place. And I'm also going to be doing through the internet. I'm going to be doing this training first online. So even if you don't come here in Merida, you can do it, by distance, with videos that I'm going to be doing, and online with video with me live. I'll be in the water, you can be in your own water, and we can do it, even at distance. Everything works, if you set your heart to it. So if you're listening to this and you want to do a different healing, you can see, with Alex, that everything really is possible. You just really have to want it, and open yourself, in this case, to the, I call it the magical realism of water, to become more aquatic. So thank you, Alex, for transforming yourself
Th-
in that way.
thank you, Vanessa.
Sure. So we're gonna end this broadcast now, and we'll be seeing you very soon. Bye.
Bye.